So many people, how are you doing? And welcome back to another match reaction. It is finished at the Valley in tonight's game. Charlton Athletic 2, Oxford United 0. Hey man, what can I say? The Addicts are on fire. We are on an absolute roll and I am loving it. We're into the top 6. We are one of the most informed sides in the division, maybe even the informed team in the league at the moment. Conor Washington and Andrew Shinnie scoring for Charlton today as they walk away with 3 points against a familiar face in Carl Robinson. And I must admit, that's always a bonus when you grab a win against Carl Robinson. Their loss tonight has done them no favours as they find themselves second bottom, I believe, whilst Charlton are 6th with a game in hand and are 6 points off the top spot. So as ever with these match reactions, we're going to talk about how both teams set up for today's game. Starting off with Charlton, in goal was Ben Amos as ever. A back four of Chris Gunter, Ryan Inniss, Akin Famewo and Ian Maatsen, so unchanged from Northampton in that respect. A midfield three of Andrew Shinnie, Darren Pratley and Ben Watson, and a front three of Paul Smyth, Omar Bogle and Conor Washington. Even though it says we set up as a 4-3-3, which I would have had a couple things to complain about, first of which being, why is Conor Washington on the wing? I've said this a countless amount of times. Why is Washington playing on the wing? He's wasted in that position. Washington was played in the centre, and it was more of a flat 4-4-2 with Smyth on the right wing, and then Shinnie was sort of on the left. In that regard, I can't complain about Washington playing on the left because he didn't play there. What I will have a moan about, and what many Charlton fans are having a moan about, is of course, yes, you've guessed it, Pratley and Watson being on the pitch at the same time. And of course, it's something that I don't agree with. I think they're both very similar players. You rotate them. You start one, not the other. Now, as for Carl Robinson's side, they did adopt a 4-3-3 with Simon Eastwood in goal, a back four of Sean Clare, Elliot Moore, Long and Josh Ruffles in the back four, a midfield three of Anthony Ford, Alex Gorin and Mark Sykes, and a front three of Olamide Shodipo, Matty Taylor and James Henry. So a very, very attacking-minded team. Matty Taylor, their star man, absolutely superb for them last season. Olamide Shodipo, very rapid winger. James Henry was brilliant for them last year as well. Mark Sykes obviously had a good season for them last year as well. Simon Eastwood, a very good League One goalkeeper. So even though Oxford were out of form and were in the bottom four coming into this game, I wasn't going to underestimate them at all because I know that there is a good team in there, and despite them having a poor start, I do see them as improving upon their position. They'll be in the top half of the table, I reckon, by the end of the season. Apart from the Blackpool game, we've been second best in all of our matches. And I have to say, for the first 20 minutes of this game, it was the exact same story. I felt Oxford were the better side for the past 20 minutes, and they did have some good opportunities in the first half. The standout one being a free kick. It was taken on the edge of the area, left-footed. He's had a swing at it from goal going towards the far post. Amos, you'd think he'd sort of punch it away or catch it, but he sort of parried it away. Matty Taylor, fastest to react. He's going for the ball. Amos dives at Matty Taylor's feet, grabs hold of the ball, and that shields it. A very dangerous move there from Amos, but he managed to get hold of the ball. Probably could have done a little bit better in terms of dealing with the free kick. Instead of parrying it away, he could have tried to catch it or maybe punch it away. But, you know, he managed to keep hold of the ball anyway. Oxford continued on the pressure as Anthony Ford dispossessed Ian Maatsen. He blitzed from inside his own half into our own half. Maatsen couldn't quite get there in time. He goes towards the edge of the area. I think he just got into the box, but blazed a shot over the bar. Maatsen had a very impressive game overall. He was absolutely superb tonight, but in that moment, Ford got the better out of him. He intercepted him, ran straight from his own half into our half, got to the edge of the area. I think he did get inside the penalty area, but blazed his shot well over the bar. Oxford did have the best opportunities of the game in the first 25, half hour of the game. I felt that they were the better team, which is something that, let's face it, this season Charlton have been used to, because I felt that, you know, as I say, apart from the Blackpool game, Charlton have been second best in every single game this season. And it did take a while for us to really grow into the game and have chances of our own in this game, because during that 25-30 minute spell, we barely had anything in the game really. Oxford were having the better opportunities. But eventually, in the 32nd minute, we got our chance. One could argue it was against the run of play. Chris Gunter plays a long ball towards Andrew Shinnie. Shinnie brings it down brilliantly, produces a fantastic ball across the floor into Conor Washington. The Oxford defence really should have done better with that ball. But Washington is played through and a very composed finish past Simon Eastwood for his third goal of the League One campaign. So with a superb ball over the top towards Shinnie. Shinnie brought it down brilliantly. Great ball to Washington and he slotted it away. And that, of course, is 1-0. Essentially stunning Oxford out of nowhere, as you could really say, like we did against Northampton. Similar thing here tonight against Oxford, where they were the better team and had the better chances in the first half hour. They weren't really doing much with their chances. Then after Washington grabbed his third goal of the season and Shinnie set him up rather brilliantly, it was the Luton Town loanee who would then get on the score sheet himself, just on the stroke of half-time in the first minute of additional time. And it was... I mean, I'll play the clip to you now. Admittedly, Simon Eastwood should have done a lot better with that free kick. It goes literally to the far post. He's literally stood there at the far post. You'd think he's got that all day long. But take nothing away from the strike. It is an absolute bullet from Andrew Shinnie. When I watched that live, there was scenes in my living room, trust me. Because the way that he was stood to run up to the ball, the way that he was about to run up to the ball, you thought he was either going to go near post or he was going to cross. And he, my God, did he go for it. Right in the top corner, beat Simon Eastwood. Again, I have no idea how he managed to get the beat out of him. And Andrew Shinnie, he had an absolute blinder tonight. He had an absolute blinder. Absolutely superb from him. A great assist and an unbelievable goal. The first half hour, Oxford did have the better chances of the game. We were able to deal with them, but, you know, they were threatening us to a certain extent. We didn't really have anything in the first half hour. Oxford were the better team, which is something that we've become accustomed to now, to be honest, this season. But we stunned them out of nowhere against the run of play, you could argue. In terms of the second half, Oxford did pile on the pressure a little bit more. They did have the more chances. We kind of struggled to create more. But the major talking point in the second half was that of Ryan Inniss. He, of course, received a second bookable offence in the second half, round about the 65th minute mark, round about that time. He was given a second yellow and was sent off. Now, of course, Lee Bowyer has said in the presser that it was a very soft tackle. Me, personally, upon watching the replay, I mean, the attacker does manage to get the ball away from himself. He manages to put the ball in front and Inniss just clatters him, rams into him. Would that have been a yellow card if he wasn't already booked? Probably, yeah. So he was already on a yellow. I actually didn't see what it was for because my stream for some reason was playing up. It kept stopping and starting, and then when it would stop and it would start, after about a minute of it resuming, it would then jump forward by a minute, and that's what happened when Inniss got his first yellow card, and I had no idea what it was for, so I can't comment on that. In terms of the second yellow card, which I have now seen, I can't really argue against it, really, because had he not been booked prior, I felt that would have been a card, because the attacker, the Oxford player, does manage to get the ball away from him, and Inniss is just there, clatters him. Should Ryan Inniss have been given a second yellow card for his tackle? Let me know in the comments below. I won't lie, it's going to be a massive blow against Portsmouth. Of course, Pompey are in fine form at the moment. Their attack is on fire. They smashed Northampton 4-0 tonight. So they're going to be tough to break down with the attack with their attack. And with Ryan Inniss out, and not to mention Ben Watson is also out as he received his 5th yellow card in 5 League One games. Watson has started 6 games for Charlton. He's been booked in every single one. One of them was in the EFL Trophy. He started 5 times in League One, booked in every game. That is ridiculous. But anyway, we're going to miss him for the Portsmouth game, as well as Ryan Inniss. Watson, we've got an abundance of midfielders already, so we can cover. As for Inniss, both of our centre-backs, Jason Pearce and Dejosh Elijah, both of the other centre-backs that we've got, are currently injured. I know Jason Pearce is back in contact training. I think Deji isn't. I'm not too sure about that, but hopefully either one of them are available for the game against Pompey, but I've not heard all too much from either of them yet. What will most likely happen is Pratley will have to slot into centre-back, which I don't really have a problem with because he's done a job in that position previously. But Inniss will be a massive loss because he's been absolutely superb for us since coming into the team recently. After Inniss's dismissal, naturally Oxford did have the better chances of the game, but of course the 10 men of Charlton did manage to hold on. Oxford did have some chances as there was a good cross swung in from the right side of the box. Dan Adji, who just come on, was in practically free space. I have no idea how any of our defenders didn't latch onto it and didn't close him down, but he's chested it down brilliantly to one of their players who was then just kind of leaned back a bit and blazed his shot right over the bar. A golden opportunity for Oxford to get one back. I did actually think Oxford would score against us tonight. Right at the end here, they spray a long ball over the top. It catches the defence completely off guard. I think that was Ben Purrington latching onto it, who of course was subbed on for Omar Bogle right at the end of the game, which I didn't necessarily agree with because after all, it is Purrington.
Cock.
But yeah, Purrington was caught out. Their player got forward inside the penalty area, took a shot first time. Great save by Amos. It then came back out to the defenders. The another player had a shot. It was blocked brilliantly by Pratley, I think it was, and then it came back out to an Oxford player who's had a shot. Amos dived as the shot was blocked, and when their player had the third shot, Amos was able to react in time and was able to get up and catch the ball, and that is how the game ended. Charlton hold on to another victory. Again, not exactly a glamorous performance, let's be honest. It wasn't the best of displays, but as I've said in this video already, it's something we've become accustomed to, because let's face it, we've not been playing amazingly, but as long as we can grind out and get the results, then that's completely fine by me, and that's what Bowyer said. He said it was a very good team performance from the lads tonight. In terms of the stats, we had 5 shots, 2 on target, so we scored with both of our shots on target. Oxford, meanwhile, had 12 shots, 3 on target, 60% possession. So they had a lot more of the ball, abundance of chances, a lot more compared to us. But as you can see by their shots on target, they didn't really do all too much with the ball. They didn't necessarily threaten us for the vast majority of the game, to be honest. I think the best chances they had was the free kick in the first half, which was parried away by Amos, and then obviously in the second half where they had that long ball over the top and one of their players took it on first time, and it was brilliantly saved by Amos. But other than that, I can't really say Oxford really threatened us. I think that we took our chances brilliantly. Obviously, a very well taken goal by Washington and a sublime free kick by Shinnie. Shinnie, for me, I think, has got to be up there for man of the match. He was absolutely superb tonight. Akin Famewo, mate, he's been absolutely quality. He has fitted into this team like he's been here for years. He's been absolutely superb. Ben Amos as well, shout out to him. He's been dealing with the shots brilliantly that's been coming at him recently, and he really has hit fine form. We took our chances when it mattered, and we've come away with, in my opinion, a deserved 3 points. It was a good team performance. We grinded for the victory, and that is now our 4th win in a row and our 5th clean sheet in a row, with Sunderland drawing against Rochdale tonight. So Charlton move into the top 6, and we're on an absolute roll. We are on an absolute roll, absolutely loving it. Heading into Portsmouth, it's probably going to be our biggest test under the Thomas Sandgaard era. If you have a look at the games that we have won, Wigan, Blackpool, Northampton and Oxford, you know, no offence to these sides, but they are teams at the bottom end of the table, so Pompey will present our biggest test, I think, so far this season. They're in fine form, smashed Northampton tonight. Their attackers, John Marcus, you know, Marcus Harness, Ronan Curtis, Michael Jacobs, they've got very good players, Ellis Harrison. You know, they are capable of causing us problems. And as I said, with us being without Ben Watson and particularly Ryan Inniss, it's going to be troublesome because we've got Pearce and Oshilaja both out injured, so more than likely Pratley will have to come in at centre-back. Watson, as I say, we can cover in that position. You know, we've got Forster-Caskey, Dylan Levitt, who I'd rather not see play with the form that he's on at the moment. Jonny Williams, you know, Albie Morgan maybe, and then of course M&M, Marcus Maddison, who could hopefully make a start. I would actually like to see him play against Pompey, get him some minutes, but we have options, and I will go into the game at Fratton Park with a sense of optimism, as I always do now, because I'm absolutely loving life as a Charlton fan right now, absolutely buzzing. So guys, that is it for this match reaction of Charlton 2, Oxford United 0. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you did, can you possibly leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and turn on those post notifications so you're notified of when I post. What do you guys think of the game? Let me know in the comments below. A very good team performance tonight. Another victory, another clean sheet. We're flying right now. We're in the playoffs, and we've got to be up there as one of the favourites to not only get the playoffs, but maybe even a title contender. You never know. This has been Tyler Runningson. Have a nice day, and I will see you all on Saturday for a live reaction for Portsmouth versus Charlton down at Fratton Park. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you all later.